Hi everyone. Now I am going to explain you about human excretory system part 2, that is structure and functions of nephron. When you are seeing this diagram, it is somewhat complicated and you feel like something is difficult to understand. So now I will show you the simple diagram. This is the structure of nephron. First you should know what is nephron. Millions of microscopic filtration units which are present in each kidney is said to be nephron. Why it is called as filtration units? Because it has to filter the impurities from the blood and it takes away the impurities in the form of urine. That is what it is called as filtration unit. So the millions of microscopic filtration units are present in each kidney. They are said to be nephron. It's otherwise called as structural and functional unit of each kidney is nephron. So the question comes, what is nephron? Means it is a structural and functional unit of kidneys. Now coming back to the parts of the nephron. So when we start, there are two types of arterioles, afferent and efferent arteriole. The afferent arterioles are taking the blood inside the capsule called as Bowman's capsule. The efferent arterioles are leaving the Bowman's capsule. So which is entering is said to be afferent, which is leaving is said to be efferent arteriole. And this afferent arteriole, it takes the blood along with all the impurities, that is such as nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, uric acid, creatinine, as well as some amount of glucose or excess of water that can be taken along with the blood. Now the blood is entering into this Bowman's capsule. Okay, so with the help of this capillaries it is taking. So the rich of capillaries are known as glomerulus. Now this cup-shaped structure is known as the Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together, it is called as Malpighian capsule. Okay, so the glomerulus, it brings the blood along with all the impurities. Then inside the Bowman's capsule, certain epithelial cells are there which can filter the blood. That means which can take all the impurities by the process called as diffusion, and the pure blood is again taken back by this efferent arteriole. Now after filtration, the process, that is the filtrate, what we are calling it as a filtrate, which consisting of nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, uric acid, etc. So that can be collected by this proximal convoluted tubule. Convolutions mean many foldings. So which is nearer to this Bowman's capsule, hence it is called as proximal. Another convoluted tubule which is very away from this Bowman's capsule, hence it is called as distal convoluted tubule. In short, we can call it as PCT and DCT. And now you see Bowman's capsule is continued with this infoldings or many convoluted tubule called as PCT. It is otherwise called as descending limb, which is running downwards. Hence it is called as descending limb. Now it is connected with this U-shaped structure called as loop of Henle. Otherwise it is called as transverse limb. Because it is transverse in nature, it is called as transverse limb, and it is connected with this ascending limb which is known as DCT. That is a distal convoluted tubule which is away from the Bowman's capsule. Then this distal convoluted tubule is entering into this collecting duct. You can see many joints are there in the collecting duct. That means in each and every joint one nephron is attached. Now all the connecting ducts all together, it is joined in the ureter. You know, in the outline structure you studied about the ureter. Now ureter can collect the urine from all the collecting duct and then it is expelled outside through the urethra. That is, before that the urinary bladder is storing the urine and then it is expelled outside. Now coming to the function, as I said you, the efferent arteriole which can collect all the impure blood with the nitrogenous base, it is entering into the Bowman's capsule. With the help of this epithelial cells, the impurities gets purified. That is called as ultrafiltration. So the ultrafiltration of blood is taking place here, and then wanted materials along with the blood, it is taken away from the Bowman's capsule. Then this ultrafiltration, which is called as, after this filtration, it is said to be the fluid is said to be the filtrate. Now the filtrate consisting of some amount of glucose and sodium, potassium, as well as some amount of water which is needed by the body. Again it is reabsorbed by this tubule. That is what this full tubules are connected. That is, it is connected by the capillaries as well as the veins. The way it is made up of veins as well as the venules. Okay, so these veins and capillaries are interconnected, and which is fully covering this tubule part, which is called as tubular part. So some amount of glucose, sodium, potassium and salt, some amount of salts, amino acid which are escaped in the ultrafiltration process, that time now again it is reabsorbed by this veins as well as arteries. Then after reabsorption only, the urine will be sent to this collecting duct and it is entering into the ureter and it is stored in the urinary bladder and it is expelled outside through the urethra. See, now I explained it clearly. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Once again, I'll give the recap. Afferent arteriole, it takes up the blood with all the impurities like nitrogenous waste. Then that is the capillaries are said to be the glomerulus, and this cup-shaped structure is called as Bowman's capsule. Together it is called as Malpighian capsule. Now the blood gets filtered by the internal epithelium of this Bowman's capsule by the process called as diffusion, and after filtration the pure blood will be collected and it is taken back by the efferent arteriole. Now coming to this, after filtration the fluid is said to be filtrate. Now the filtrate is entering into this PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, and then it enters into the Henle's loop. Then it goes to the DCT, distal convoluted tubule. It is taken into this collecting duct, and all the collecting duct joined together, it forms as a ureter. Then it poured the urine into the ureter and it is stored in the urinary bladder and it is expelled through the ureter. So this is the structure, and as I said, the filtrate consisting of some amount of useful material like amino acid, water, which is needed, that can be reabsorbed by this. You can see this red color portions that is covered by the blood capillaries that can be collected back and then it is taken to the body. So that is what the process is called as reabsorption. And up to this portion is embedded in the medulla, that is the Henle's loop as well as the collecting duct is embedded in the medulla of the kidney. You know, already in last part 1 video I have explained you what is medulla and the cortex. So this region, Henle's loop and the collecting duct, is embedded in the medulla of the kidney, and the remaining part like glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, distal convolutal, proximal convolutal, both are located in the cortex, that is outer region of the kidney. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me, clarify the doubt in the comment box.